Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem, Rachakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at Woolwell, and Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved under Brother Caliph and the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. As always, I'd like to open by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Hebrew Israelites, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered among all the nations to our various captivities. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like, because Numbers chapter 1 verse 18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So this is an article from The Guardian, and it says, deaths outstrip births in UK for nearly first time in 50 years. Excluding the C19 pandemic, ONS figures show that 16,300 fewer births than deaths, not seen since 1970's baby bust. Deaths have outstripped births in the UK for the first time in nearly half a century, excluding the start of the pandemic, official figures show on Tuesday. Declining fertility and the demise of baby boomers means there are now more funerals than baby celebrations, according to figures from the Office for National Statistics. There are an estimated 16,300 fewer births and deaths in the UK in a year to mid-2023 for the first time. This has happened since the 1970s baby bust, if excess deaths during COVID are stripped out. But the figures continue to show a growing population, up 1% in a year. 68,265,209 people due to net international migration of 677,300. There are now more people dying annually than the UK than being born. The dominance of deaths over births was described by economists as a stark reminder of Britain's demographic challenges. With student and migrant-friendly cities aging more slowly or even getting younger, rural villages aging faster, policymakers will face divergent demands to provide more social care in some areas and more school places in others, said Charlie McCurdy, an economist at the Resolution Foundation think tank. The total fertility rate across England and Wales fell 1.49 children per woman in 2022 from 1.55 in 2021, according to the ONS. The replacement rate to maintain a population needs to be at least 2.1 children per woman. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, says. However, demographers said births could again trump deaths in the near future, as the UK appears to be going through a transition whereby people will routinely have babies later, facilitated by advances in medical technology. Younger generations are postponing their childbearing, and so while fertility rates might be declining, there's a chance that this could rebound, said Dr. Andrea Tistra, a research fellow at Oxford University's Leavenhulme Centre for Demographic Science. This could happen as these cohorts enter their 30s, maybe even their 40s, and the ability to have children later in one's life becomes more of the norm, supported by technology like IVF. Now that's bullshit, because IVF doesn't really work too well when women go past the age of 35. You know, it's hit and miss. So, and it's expensive as well. So that's some bullshit. Now we all know that this is all by design, because what the elites wanted to do through the C19 is to reduce the population. So the C19 jump shot is what's impacted people's ability to be fertile. I have to be very careful how I word this. And that's, and also it's increased excess deaths as well. So there's a reason why there's more deaths than births in the UK. It's not by coincidence, it's by design, because that's what the elites want. And then we get precept. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh left to be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So for the elect's sake, the days are being shortened because Esau's plan is to see if he can't rule the world, nobody can. So he'd rather kill off everybody than see the earth in the rulership of anybody else other than him. So his thing is to decrease the population to as few people as possible so he can run the world with as few people as possible while maintaining his stranglehold on power. But that's not going to work because Yahushua is not going to allow that to be. As I read it, I read it again. Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Back to the article. Deaths outnumbering births was driven by Scotland, where the deficit was the largest on record. It was the 9th year in a row that more people died than were born. The overall population of Scotland grew, although only by 43,100 people, and this was down to immigration figures from the National Record of Scotland showed. Wales also recorded more deaths than births. So that's across England, Scotland and Wales. No, so that's across Scotland and Wales, while England and Northern Ireland recorded slightly more births and deaths in the mid-2023 population figures showed. The baby deficit comes after several years of mothers leaving it later to have children. One of the common reasons being given are financial pressures, including housing costs. Women born in the 1940s gave birth on average almost 2 children. Women born in the 1940s gave birth on average to almost 2 children before turning 30. That fell steadily to 1 child for women born in the mid-1970s and plateaued before starting to fall again in recent years. Women born in 1993 who turned 30 last year had 0.8 children on average. At the other end of life, dementia and Alzheimer's disease could have been most common causes of death in England and Wales since 2015, where they overtook heart disease, apart from 2 years at the start of the C19 pandemic. So that's the end of the article. So yeah, this is Esau's plan to decrease the population. And it's all coming to pass, but obviously they can't say exactly what it is that's causing it, because that goes against the media narrative. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much more on this because I've already had 1 strike on my channel for a video. I don't want to get another one for saying too much. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. Remember, for the elect's sake, the day shall be shortened, otherwise there'll be no flesh left to save. So this is all falling in line with biblical prophecy. So that giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. Shalom for now.